Okay, so you're here because you want to learn stuff
Yeah,
fast, right?
absolutely.
I mean, you want to get to the core of it without all the extra.
Right.
Well, you came to the right place
You did.
because today we're going deep
Deep,
into some,
really ancient stuff.
yeah.
We're talking excerpts from Isaiah,
Oh, yeah.
specifically chapters 64 through 66.
Some heavy hitters there for sure.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, they hear Isaiah
Oh, yeah.
and they kind of think, okay.
Fire and brimstone,
Yeah.
end of the world kind of stuff.
Yeah, right.
Like,
But there's so much more to it.
there is.
And I think what's fascinating is that we're going to be looking at how people back then
Right.
were dealing with the same questions that we deal with today.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how do we deal with the fact that
Big questions,
we mess up,
right?
right? Like
We're human.
we make mistakes.
Yeah.
What are the consequences of that?
And then also
And then
this longing
yeah,
for a better future, right? And that's so powerful.
absolutely.
So our goal today is
Yeah,
not to tell you what to believe about any of this.
right.
We're just going to
Explore it.
explore it.
Look at the themes.
Yeah, and kind of use these ancient words as like a lens to,
And window.
yeah, a window into these timeless
Yeah,
human experiences.
exactly. Right off the bat in Isaiah 64,
Mm-hmm.
you get this intense
Yeah.
cry from the heart.
Yeah.
Oh, that you would tear open the heavens and come down.
Whoa.
I mean, that's
Some powerful stuff.
not messing around.
Not messing around at all.
But what stands out to you?
Well, first of all, it's like they
They
need help.
yeah,
They're desperate.
desperate times.
And they're not just asking for like a little bit of help.
No.
They want
And huge.
a massive intervention.
Divine intervention.
Right, like
Cataclysmic.
tear open the head.
Go down here.
Mountains quaking.
Yeah, and fix this.
Yeah, fire consuming everything.
So what's going on?
Right.
Like, why are they so desperate? What have they done?
Part of it is,
Or what's happened to them?
well, they feel abandoned, right?
Right.
They're saying, you have hidden your face from us.
Yeah, and that's such a human experience.
Yeah,
To feel like you're alone in your struggles,
absolutely.
to feel like nobody's there for you.
And on top of that,
Yeah.
they're recognizing their own role in all of this.
Oh, they're taking some responsibility.
They're like,
Yeah.
okay, all of us have become like one who is unclean. And all our righteous deeds are like a filthy garment.
Right.
There's this acknowledgement of guilt.
Collective guilt.
Yeah.
Like, we've messed up.
Yeah,
And that's really powerful.
it is
So-
powerful and honest.
And then they use this amazing image.
Oh, yeah.
We are the clay and you are the potter.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. It's powerful.
And it really shows how they see,
Their relationship
their dependence on,
on God.
yeah.
And I think it's fascinating how that image,
Yeah.
it raises these questions about like human agency versus divine will.
Right.
Are we just passive, just
Being molded.
clay being molded?
Or do we have some say in how
Yeah.
we're shaped?
Exactly. And I think that metaphor throughout history
Mhm.
has been interpreted in different ways. And it's something that we still grapple with today.
Still grapple with today.
Absolutely.
And then they talk about
Yeah.
their holy cities being destroyed.
Yeah.
Zion and Jerusalem.
Like wildernesses.
Yeah, and the temple being burned down.
Their holy and beautiful house.
Yeah, and I think
It's not just an abstract idea for them.
it's not just a building.
It's their identity.
Yeah, it's their religion.
Their national identity.
Their whole world
Yeah.
centered around this.
It's their connection to God.
Right, and to have that destroyed
Devastating.
must have been absolutely
It's
devastating.
a trauma. Yeah.
And then their plea ends with this
Almost.
kind of challenging question.
A challenging question.
Will you keep silent and afflict us beyond measure?
It's raw.
It's raw. It's honest.
It's honest.
They're in pain.
And they're questioning.
Yeah, and they're questioning
The
it.
silence that they perceive.
Like, why aren't you answering us?
Why are we going through this?
Yeah.
How long will this last?
So we've got this plea for help.
Right.
And then in chapter 65,
Mm-hmm.
it's like we get the response.
The response comes.
But it's not what they might have expected.
Yeah, it's not sugar-coated.
No, it starts with,
I permitted myself to be sought
Hmm.
by those who did not ask for me.
whoa,
How-
mic drop.
What's going on there?
Right. It's a direct counter to their feeling of abandonment.
Mm-hmm.
And it raises questions about,
Yeah.
were they seeking in the right way? Right? Were they truly?
Or was it all about them?
Yeah. And
then the accusations come.
yeah.
Rebellious people.
Rebellious people following their own desires.
Yeah.
walking in ways that are not good.
Not good.
Yeah. And we get a list,
Specific list.
a specific list of what they're doing wrong.
Yeah, give us some examples because some of this stuff sounds kind of foreign to us today.
Yeah. So they're offering sacrifices in gardens,
Okay.
burning incense on bricks.
Okay.
This is likely
Pagan stuff?
pagan practices.
Okay. Yeah. So they're breaking that covenant.
Right. They're not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's other things too,
Yeah.
like sitting among graves,
Ah.
spending nights in secret places,
Okay.
eating pig's flesh.
Whoa. Okay. Now, so this stuff may seem weird to us today.
Right. In their context,
Yeah.
this was a big deal.
Big no-no.
A big no-no.
Okay.
Right. These practices probably had religious significance.
Right. In other cultures,
Mhm.
but within their framework,
Yeah.
it was considered impure and unacceptable.
Oh.
They were stepping outside of their tradition.
Right. And then there's this line that really jumps out at me
Oh, yeah. What's that?
where it says, "Keep to yourself. Do not come near me, for I am holier than you."
Yeah.
And then the divine reaction is like,
Yeah.
"These are smoke in my nostrils, a fire that burns all the day."
Ouch.
What's going on there?
Well,
What are they being condemned for?
it seems like it's the hypocrisy.
What?
Right.
They're judging others?
You're saying you're holy,
Yeah.
but you're doing all this stuff
Right.
that's not holy.
And that's a powerful reminder for us today
Absolutely.
that it's not just about outward actions.
It's about the heart.
Yeah, it's about
My true intentions.
your internal state.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the consequences start coming.
Yeah.
Justice is coming.
I will not keep silent, but I will repay.
Whoa.
It's a heavy concept.
Yeah. And it even connects
They connect
their present actions to the wrongdoings of their ancestors.
Right.
And that's something that,
Can be tough
yeah,
for a modern audience.
to wrap our heads around.
Yeah.
So how would the original audience
Well, for them,
understood that?
this idea of generational consequences was very prevalent.
Okay, so
It wasn't unusual to think that way.
okay.
They saw actions as interconnected
Mhm.
across time,
Right.
and that history
Yeah.
had weight,
So your ancestors' actions
could affect you.
could still affect you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it's not all doom and gloom,
No, no, no.
right? We see this contrast with a promise of favor.
For God's servants.
Yeah. For those who do seek him.
I will act in behalf of my servants in order not to destroy all of them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're promised the land.
Yeah, so it's like a remnant will be spared
Yes, remnant
and
blessed.
blessed. Okay, so even in the midst of
Even when things look bleak, there's hope.
for
To
redemption,
remain faithful.
stay connected.
Stay connected.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then for those who abandon God,
Mm-hmm.
the outcomes are
Pretty stark.
pretty rough.
Destined for the sword,
Yeah.
hunger, thirst, shame,
And meanwhile, God's servants get
joy, gladness.
joy, gladness.
Yeah.
It's a very clear
Dividing line.
dividing line.
Choose wisely.
Choose wisely, right?
Yeah.
And then there's this symbolic act
Mm-hmm.
of leaving their name as a curse
Oh, yeah.
and the promise of a new name
You're for God's servants.
for God's servant. So it's like a complete break
A new beginning,
from the past.
fresh start,
Yeah.
rooted in faithfulness.
Yeah. And what is that renaming?
The renaming signified
Yeah.
transformation, redemption.
It's a new you.
A new you.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we get to this amazing vision.
The new heavens and the new earth.
For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth. Yeah. Starting in chapter 65, verse 17.
It's a total reset.
Total reset.
Or it's a transformation.
Yeah. And then it says, the former things will not be remembered.
Gone.
Gone.
Forgotten.
And it makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what's the point of all this?
What's the end goal?
Yeah.
Is it just to erase the bad? Or is it to create something
Brand new.
completely new?
Yeah.
I think it's more than just hitting the reset button.
Hmm.
This vision speaks to a complete transformation of reality.
Wow.
It's about establishing
Yeah.
perfect harmony,
Perfect harmony.
joy.
Joy.
Yeah.
And this new creation centers around
A new Jerusalem.
a new Jerusalem.
place of pure joy.
No more tears.
No weeping, no crying.
Yeah. No more suffering.
Sounds pretty good.
It does sound pretty good.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is we get these details
Oh, yeah.
about what life will be like.
Like what?
People will live super long lives.
The youth will die at the age of 100.
Yeah.
That's a long life.
That's a long life.
Yeah.
And it talks about peace. People building homes,
Yeah.
enjoying the fruits of their labor.
Yeah.
It's a picture of,
Stability.
yeah,
Blessing.
provision.
And I think it makes you think about,
Yeah.
Like, what do we really value?
Yeah, what are we striving for
Yeah.
in our own lives?
In our own lives.
And are those things
really
fulfilling?
fulfilling.
Right.
Things, yeah. Okay, and then
We have this image that I love.
Wolf and the Lamb.
The wolf and the lamb will graze together.
That's so powerful.
It's a powerful symbol of peace,
Yeah.
reconciliation.
Harmony.
Yeah, like all of creation
Yeah.
is in harmony.
Yeah.
No more conflict, no more predation.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this isn't a temporary thing.
No.
This is
eternal.
eternal.
This is the new reality.
And it's tied to the lasting nature of God.
So it's a lasting legacy.
A lasting legacy.
Okay, and then we move into chapter 66.
Okay.
And right away, God says,
What does he say?
heaven is my throne, and the earth is the footstool for my feet.
Oh.
So it's like this reminder.
Huge power.
Yeah, of his power.
His domain.
Yeah, his vastness.
And so the question is, where can you build a house for me?
Right, like
Where
building could contain you.
contain God.
Right.
Right.
And it's not about the building.
It's not about the building.
It's about heart. Yet God says, I will look to the one who is humble and contrite in spirit and who trembles at my word.
It's about the inner state,
Yeah.
not the outward show.
And then we get this critique of hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Where it says, the one who slaughters an ox is like one who kills a person, burns incense is like one who blesses an idol.
Strong words.
It's like he's saying,
your actions are meaningless if your heart's not in it.
if you don't really believe it.
Yeah.
And it's almost like,
it's
like the ancient version of like being called out on social media.
right.
But
Stakes are higher.
way higher.
Way higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, because they've chosen their own ways, God says, I will choose their punishments.
Yeah. There are consequences.
There are consequences
There's
for our
three
choices. And this seems to be
a theme.
a big theme.
Throughout these chapters.
Throughout these chapters,
Yeah.
choose wisely.
Rebellion leads to a hardship.
Faithfulness leads to
Blessings
and hope.
and hope.
Okay.
Okay.
And there's also mention of persecution
Yeah.
for those who do follow God.
For those who tremble at his word.
Yeah. Also the promise of their vindication.
Ultimate vindication.
Yeah. Like
It's like saying, stay true to your beliefs.
even when it's tough.
Even when it's tough,
And you'll be rewarded.
you'll be rewarded.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we get this amazing metaphor
Oh, yeah.
of Zion giving birth to a nation suddenly.
Can a land be born in one day?
Yeah.
Right.
It's like this image of rapid creation and growth.
Like a miracle.
Yeah, it's a miracle.
Yeah.
And then this comfort and peace will be extended to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
It says,
What to say?
it's like they'll be nursed at comforting breasts
Oh, yeah.
and carried with care.
Tender image.
It's so tender.
So tender.
This beautiful picture of,
God's care.
divine care.
Comfort.
But we still see this contrast with judgment
Yeah.
toward the enemy.
Towards those who
Yeah, it's good.
reject God.
Right.
Right.
And the imagery of fire and destruction,
Yeah.
it's pretty intense.
It's intense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the chapter concludes with,
This grand vision of all nations being gathered.
to witness God's glory,
Every.
survivors being sent out.
Yeah.
To declare his fame.
To spread the word.
Yeah. And the dispersed people returning to Jerusalem,
Coming home.
coming home.
Yeah.
And it's this beautiful picture of,
Inclusion.
yeah,
A universal.
universal vision.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
It is amazing.
So we've covered a lot
We have
in these chapters of Isaiah.
a lot of ground.
And I think one of the biggest things that stands out to me
Yeah.
is this tension between our,
humanness.
our humanness and
God's mercy.
God's mercy.
Yeah.
Right? Like we see the full spectrum.
We mess up.
Yeah.
We rebel.
We repent.
We repent.
We seek forgiveness.
We see forgiveness.
Then God responds.
He responds in different ways.
Sometimes with judgment, sometimes with grace.
Yeah. And I think the other big takeaway is that
Choices.
choices matter.
Choices have consequences.
Yeah.
Your actions have consequences.
And that's a powerful
it's a powerful.
message for us today.
Yeah.
And ultimately,
We're left with this image.
of a renewed creation.
New heavens and new earth.
New heavens and new earth.
Yeah.
A future beyond our current understanding.
Beyond our current understanding
Yeah.
of limitations and suffering. And that's so hopeful.
It's so hopeful.
It is. And it
Mhm.
makes you think.
Mhm.
Like these ancient texts,
Yeah.
they're dealing with the same questions
The same big question.
that we're dealing with today.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey.
About right and wrong.
Yeah.
about meaning,
About purpose.
about hope.
About a better future.
And that's so powerful.
It's powerful.
So here's a final thought for you listening.
Yeah.
How do these ancient expressions of struggle and hope inform our understanding of similar challenges and aspirations
In our own time.
in our own time,
Yeah.
regardless of our beliefs?
Regardless of our beliefs.
Right. It's something to really think about.
It really is.
Yeah.
So that.
So chew on that.
Chew on that.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.